Yeah.
Thank you, Mary.
I agree
What
to it to an extent. I think Q's on point with this disregard, man, and this I would say it's a recent thing in the last 15 to 20 years where these cell phones have just taken over, and like we've all seen these videos. If it's not the police or a group of niggas jumping some dude or even a chick, even more disgusting, most motherfuckers are standing around looking. They just are, right? Um, would I agree that all women are okay just protecting themselves? No, I think that's a very minute minority of women who know how to either shoot or throw hands. It's good for them. I think more women need to learn how to do self defense. I think all women should own a weapon, and I think y'all should use it according to whatever the situation is. I'm not saying be out here killing people, but understand that it's better that you have it than be without it. Um, Chief, Mr. White, y'all could correct me on this, but like, I don't know, man. I've jumped in, usually just with my voice alone, like presence wise or some Bronx shit, but like sometimes it doesn't even need to get past that. But if it needs to get physical, I have already accepted that I'll get hurt or I might get hurt or whatever, or I'm going to do the hurting. But I think, like Mary said, if it gives the women or the children around me, whatever the situation is, an opportunity to get the hell away, I'm gonna sacrifice myself for that type shit. Like, because you don't know what these niggas got. You don't know if they got knives, guns, or whatever. But at least if I can say I can protect whatever around me, I think Hamp will agree. Having several kids, wife, all of that, like, I got to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah.
I agree. I think just I don't know if I can answer the question, but I know just how I was raised and just instinctively as men, I think we're brought up under a purpose, under a guise of protect and provide. Period. Like if I've think I've come more to what my purpose is, but initially would be protect and provide. So regardless of what's going down, like if I can beat the nigga up or not, like my job is to protect you. So that's initially what I'm going to do, regardless of what it looks like. And as far as like carrying, weapons and whatnot, I carry my gun everywhere I go, but that's because my brother was murdered over nothing. Niggas will think about shooting you before you think about fighting them. You dig what I'm saying? So I think that's more of a reason why I carry, just to always err on the side of safety. But again, instinctively for me, it's just protect and provide. And regardless of what that looks like, how it looks like, if I can just, talk us out of this problem, I'll do that. If I got to put my hands and feet on the nigga, then it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Isha, what up? I thought you was on a world tour.
I'm tired.
The last one must have not went so well.
No, it was
Oh,
with my
really?
friend. It was fine. I was calling it a night. I've been up. I went to breakfast, I went to lunch, and then dinner, and I'm home. I'm tired.
Man, I hope you get constipated. So what you think about do women still need protection?
I do.
Men for protection?
I do. I'm not a shooter, and I'm not a fighter. I'm going to protect my son, but I need somebody that's going to protect me. But I also grew up with an older brother who was not going to let anybody try to harm me, male or female. My stepfather. So I've had those men in my life that showed me that men are supposed to protect women. Even my younger brother, he's a big dude. And his presence in itself is scary. But those are just the type of men that I grew up around. So those are the type of men that I look for when I'm dating. If I'm not dating no man that I can't see protecting me. If I feel like I can whip his ass. No, that's not gonna happen. So I think, but I think a lot of men too look away from like women. If someone's outside and they ask beat, a lot of men turn their back because a lot of these women are going back to these men. So why would I risk my life to step in and try to save you when you going back to these men? So
Yeah. What you think, Asia?
So, did we ever? Did we ever? And the reason why I say that is because,
the laws were for the man. And so women couldn't carry guns, women couldn't practice self-defense, and a lot of women used to need protection from their man anyway, because the laws protected them. So they could whoop their tails, they could cheat, they could do everything they wanted to do. So did we really ever? Again, if you protect me, it's not just in a physical sense. Protect my emotions, protect my mental, protect my spirit. And I don't want just people to think that it's just brute force. I value protection emotionally, spiritually, and mentally more than anything. So to answer your question, absolutely is yes. We still do need men for protection. Protect me spiritually, mentally, and emotionally.
How about physical?
And we don't really need that. I mean, we can pop guns, whatever. We can pop guns. We can shoot arrows, like y'all can.
Need
But
somebody to protect
I
them too.
value. I mean, now trust me, I don't want to fight. I'm not a big fighter like that, honestly. So if I can get my man to fight for me, please do. Like, handle that. Like, I'll talk my way out of it before I start throwing hands. But yes, physical. I prefer you to fight for me because I don't feel like it. Listen, Hamp's not my man, but if we were out somewhere and a fight went down, I'd be like, Hamp, get him. And I would feel comfortable. I really would get him. I'm good. And I dare you to say something about it. Like, I might even talk a little bit junk.
Man, Hamp always been ready to fight.
Right.
No, when we was young, he always been ready to fight.
You know what? All of them on the panel, though, I think I would be comfortable. Honestly, the way you all present yourself, all of y'all on the panel, I would be comfortable with.
I got you.
It. Oh, child. Mary. I ain't married. Look, you throw hands with that mouth. You can throw. Yes, you can throw that mouth.
So, question. You talked about the various levels of protection regarding emotion and all the good stuff and mentally and so on and so forth. Hypothetically speaking, you in a situation where shit gets rowdy in the bar, in the club, wherever you at, and your dude is being disrespectful, and where we from, we don't allow that. We known to just punch him in his face, but your man just says, you know what, we ain't about that. Let me just grab you. You and your man take you, and you guys leave. Do you still consider that being protected, or is he now soft because he didn't punch the dude in his mouth?
So that's a great question. And so the ego in me, we be like, nigga, punch a nigga in his face. But the other side of me is, we gotta live another day. You could lose a whole lot more by getting into a fight with him than just walking away. So what if he gonna sit there and talk junk? So what? But we gotta go home and continue to build this life and go on this upward trajectory. So I like to think now I am a lot more emotionally mature and not to care about, nigga, so what if you talk junk? Like, I probably talk about junk more than him, but so what? Fuck you.
Can I point that direct? Can I ask Mary that question? Because Mary seemed like she got a nigga spirit. So
no, yo. When I be telling y'all, y'all know my husband, I be trying to talk him out of it. Like, the first thing he think of is, I'm about to knock this nigga out. Listen, somebody could cut us off in the road. Like, he don't care how big, how small. He don't give a fuck what color you is. He don't give a fuck if you male or female. It's on. Like, my husband is an on-site type of nigga. I try to talk him out of it. I'm like, that's not the best way to go. Let's just leave. Everything's gonna be all right.
You're Aquarius gang.
Yeah, that's what it is. That Aquarius shit. I swear to God.
So, Mary, you be assessing the situation. That's what it is. You assess the situation so that it don't go down. He's to protect you, though.
My husband will fully assess the situation before I even walk in the room. I'm not ever walking in first.
That's still protection, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's my protection, but that it doesn't have to be physical for me. I try to talk it down. Because this whole shit might blow the fuck up or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So we gonna keep him calm, and I talk him out of it. I personally, on his end, don't like for it to get physical. My choices are different other times, but for him, because I know he go from 0 to 100, I'd rather talk him out of it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I think the need is there, whether or not we want to recognize it. All that violent shit that women claim they want to do, I don't really believe it. I don't really believe women want to be out here stabbing and shooting niggas. That's a totally different ball game. And you can have a gun and go to the range, but if you never shot a piece of meat, how do you know? Like when people are in duress, Mike Tyson told us everybody got a plan till they get hit in their shit. And we realized women in the infantry wasn't successful. Right? There's a different emotional responses and things of that nature. Yeah. So specifically Israel, Israel, right? Because you have to go to the military. And so they had women in the infantry, but the male responses weren't good to it. And then the handling of weapons is different, the weight of the pack, so on and so forth. To Q's point in terms of the physical nature. But there's another covering, like for instance, my wife, if she goes out, they know her association. Association can be highly protective too. Oh, this such and such wife. Let me make sure she's straight. Oh, don't fuck with her because this is such and such wife, so on and so forth. And then the clip, I know he was running through a lot of shit, but a lot of times women will say they don't need protection this day and age. But what happens is you just call another man to deal with the situation. I.e. the police. Yeah, man, I like it. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.